Welcome to Basketballheadzz Live. I'm your host, Glenn Pooh Harding. And tonight's guest is Duane Causwell, Benjamin Cardoza, Temple University, and NBA veteran. Tonight's broadcast is sponsored by Styles by Nita, Unique Creations. And also, special sponsor, my man, Pop, P.O., the Block Boss, hooked me up with some, nice sweatshirt. It's looking nice. Nothing but respect. Y'all can check him out at NBR_P_O. Nothing but respect clothing line. Let's get it.
Y'all ready? Yeah. You have just stepped out into the world of chaos. Where everybody goes hard. Come on. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Or go home. Never back down. You gotta hold your own. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. East Coast. Go hard. West Coast. Go hard. Midwest. Go hard. Dirty. Hurry up, everybody. Get online. Buy your tickets cause the game about to start.
There you go. My God, what's going on?
What's going on, bro?
You finally got it, huh?
I finally got it, man. It's new age, man. It's new age.
Yeah, man. Yo, let me tell you, bro. I had to get used to it myself, man.
Yeah.
I remember when I first went online, guys was telling me, yo, G, you got to pay attention to the audience. The audience is saying something, you got to pay attention. You know what I'm saying? We definitely going to do that, Pat. Yeah, man. So, it's been a long time, bro. It's been a long time. Good seeing you. I'm glad you was able to come on, and give up a part of your day.
Oh, yeah. No problem.
But, for sure, man. Appreciate that. So, what I like to ask all my guests on the show is, who introduced you to the game?
Ron Naclario. Ron Naclario was the one who started me and took the clay, took the mold, made it, and he's the one that just made this play out of me. He got me.
So Ron Naclario had you early.
He got me the fundamental.
Okay.
Ron Naclario didn't get me. He had me my junior year. I was a junior. I was at Andrew Jackson High School. And
now I'm talking about the beginning. I'm talking about the early beginning. Who showed you the basketball? Is like, look, this is something that I think you should do.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. I didn't play basketball until my junior year in high school.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Definitely on first.
Yeah, I was definitely a baseball guy. My dad liked playing baseball, so I always wanted to be a baseball player. And the only reason why I stopped is because they started pitching me inside, and the ball kept hitting me in my leg.
Right. Yeah, that's unless you've been Randy Johnson and been a pitcher, he was like 6'10".
And I couldn't hit the catches, man. I couldn't throw it off.
Well, I guess that was around the time you used to come to 309 to the Gil Reynolds workouts.
Yeah.
Who introduced you to Gil?
Naclario. Everything was Naclario.
Wow.
Everything that I did, everything was Ron Naclario. When I started, everything. And when I went to tryouts, I couldn't even play, man. If you would have saw me a year before, when I came to Gil tryouts, you would have been like, man, get this kid off the floor, man. Before he hurt somebody. It was just that bad.
No, I saw that you was raw talent. And one of the things that stick out for me was when Gil used to take the newspaper or magazine and hit the back of your calves and make you touch the rim. Up and down. Look, bruh. He was one of the best coaches, right? Coach Naclario did a good job by bringing you to Gil to at least get you started with the fundamentals so his job, you know, he can tighten it up, right?
Correct.
The same thing with me with Gil. When by the time I got to Lincoln, you know, Bobby Harstein just had to refine my tools that I had, man. So salute to Gil Reynolds, man.
Yeah, salute.
And definitely salute to Ron Naclario. We didn't even get there yet, man. So we gonna have to, because you know it's you're unique, because a lot of the guys who come on here usually start out earlier, or they start out playing one sport and end up playing basketball, but it's still pretty early.
Yeah. Man, I wish I would have played earlier, but at the time I was not interested in ball. I didn't even see me playing, but everything was Dave Winfield. You know what I mean? He was tall, so everything was Dave Winfield, Dow Strawberry. So I was just trying to be this baseball player. When I found out I couldn't hit a curve, I said I better try something else, man.
That's right. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
Yeah.
So do you remember while you was playing while you was playing baseball, who was the best basketball player in your neighborhood?
It was a guy named Goose. Believe it or not, his name was Goose. I never knew Goose's first name, never knew his name, but we used to call him Goose. And he was our playground legend around our way.
Wow. And where exactly were you from?
I'm like from Queens Village. So
okay. Yeah.
Jamaica, right? Francis Lewis, Hollis Avenue, you know, all right there.
Shadyville. Yeah, we got a Jackson guy back here. He's telling us Shadyville. He from Queens too, right?
Okay.
I got an artist. So what we do on Basketballheadzz, those guys who come on the show, my guy draws them, and then later on we send out the artwork. We have so much artwork we have to send out, right? So definitely want to.
He's a Jackson alum, then, huh?
Yeah. He played me at Grammy Boy. He played with Grammy.
I played 1 year. I was there 1 year at Jackson. 1 year. And
who was at Jackson while you was there?
Boo Harvey, Ron Edwards, Billy.
That's people used to write about.
Bishme, all them guys was there. You couldn't even get on the court. You couldn't even get on the court. Grammy wouldn't even let us practice. He would just have us walking up and down the court. All the good players the court. You know?
How good was Bimmy, right? Because I heard that he used to ball. He even said he used to play ball, and he went to Jackson to play ball. How good was Bimmy?
Bimmy was
nice.
Bimmy was nice.
Really?
He was nice. He used to play right there with Boo. Him and Boo used to go at it. Go ahead, Doug. You know, we had Doug Harris. Definitely.
Jackson
was they had a squad, man. They used to go at it. And he was right there. He didn't stick with it, but he was right there.
Right. Yeah, okay. That's dope. But you know, when guys say they play ball, I just like to know were they official or not.
Yeah, he was one of those official ones. He was official, man. Jackson had a lot of official ones. Like I said, Boo Harvey, he's like playground legend, all Queens legend. You know, he really was a legend. You know, we had Dave Edwards. You know, I mean Ron Edwards. Ron Edwards was
right.
Dave was his nephew, but Ron he could shoot it. You know, he could really shoot it. You know, so. They had some players, man. It
seemed like the only people that escaped Jackson was Rafa, Kenny, and who else? That didn't go to Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Like Jackson had a lot. Kenny Smith, but everybody else went to Jackson.
Right. Lloyd Daniels, he went to Jackson. So
definitely.
Everybody, you know, you was there. You know, Jackson was. I didn't really want to go to Jackson because, you know, it was intimidating. I knew I wasn't going to make the squad there. So I'm like, well, I'm going to go to Jackson. They had Robert Cornegie there. You know, they already had Tree, and they had another big guy that was there the year after Tree left. So they had a pretty good squad already, you know. So I don't know if Coach Grammy wasn't going to let that. Like I said, we would walk up and down. We would follow the ball up and down the court. And hopefully that he would say, get in there.
Right.
You know,
that's crazy because Robert Carnegie is now a councilman here in Brooklyn.
couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. When I saw when he was putting it out there, I was like, wow, salute.
Yeah,
Salute. You know?
definitely. So, Cardoza, what made you go to Cardoza?
Like I said, it was one of the schools that I chose to go to. Like I said, baseball, Cardozo was big in baseball, you know. So I wanted to go there or Van Buren. It was either Van or Van Buren. But at that time, if you would have put Jackson on your high school request, you just ended up going to Jackson. So I didn't know that you're supposed to not even put Jackson on. If you didn't want to go to Jackson, don't put it. But that was my
Don't put Jackson.
Yeah. So Jackson was my home school, and I put it on there. It was the last choice. Man, and that was the first choice. So after I left here,
Wow.
I think I left Jackson. I came to Jackson. I was 6'2". When I ended up leaving here, like end of the summer, I was like 6'5", 6'6".
Wow.
So I said I better start playing other sports. So that's when I happened to be going to the YMCA. My little brother was playing baseball. I took him to his baseball game. My mom just bought me a basketball and got me a membership at the YMCA. So I'm walking, like I got a ball, and I'm walking to the YMCA. So you see a 6'6" kid, 6'5" kid, you walking down Hillside Avenue. Here come Naclario, come running across the street. I had to use the phone, and he runs right into me. Lo and behold, that was it right there.
Wow. Your phone is shaking a lot. Your phone is shaking a lot.
Oh, okay. Got it. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's crazy. And as fate will have it, you know, you guys would, you know, create some good history together.
Correct. So it was Naclario that got me playing with. I think I played with the Madison Broncos for a few games. I think I played with Elmcore because that's Queens. Played in Elmcore. He was just taking me around everywhere. That whole summer, we were just working out.
Yeah, when you played with us a few times at the Madison Square Broncos, and another legendary coach, Doc Naceli, right?
Doc was the one who I played under. Yeah. What was Future was the Future there the point guard at the time?
Huh?
Was the Future the point guard at the time?
I can't hear you. What you said?
Who was the point guard at the time? Was that Future?
Future, yes, Malloy Naismith. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was on the show as well early on.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was Future, Anthony Joseph, Mark Brown, Jason Williams, myself. Do you have Troy from the Bronx? I forget his last name. So it's a lot of us. Hassan Dukombi.
Kenny Singleton on there? Yeah, Hassan.
Yeah, I think so. Yup.
Yeah, you know, he played at we played against each other in Philly when we went to college. He was in
okay.
5 games.
Yeah, I saw that your team is a legendary in the Big Five when you play Temple.
Yeah.
Actually, y'all in the Big Five Hall of Fame, your team.
Yeah, we spanked them all up and down. Hassan don't like that.
Huh?
Hassan don't like those butt whippings we used to get him.
Oh yeah, oh definitely. No one likes to take those well.
Nah.
So, okay, who did you look up to once you started playing ball?
Once I started playing, I became a fan of Patrick Ewing, Walter Berry. You know, those were like some of the top players that I used to just watch and play. I watched Patrick all the time. When Georgetown came on, you know, they played one every Saturday. So when they used to play against St. John's, that used to be a big highlight. Watching them play against St. John's, Syracuse, those were some good battles. You know, Seton Hall. My cousin John Martin used to play for Seton Hall.
Oh yeah, John Martin was a beast, yo. Definitely. I know you guys are related.
Yeah. So
that's dope. Yeah, one of the things I can remember. Go ahead, what you said?
That's why I used to watch the Big East mostly. It was like mostly the Big East. Back then, the Big East was the best conference around Big East and ACC.
Right,
So,
right.
you know, that was
And
it.
while we was coming up, it was like the birth of the Big East. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole Pearl Washington, Georgetown, Villanova, St. John's. That was like the golden age.
Right, right. UConn was just starting to come up because I remember they.
Yeah, UConn wasn't even that good back then. Their biggest guy, they was recruiting me. All their guys were like 6'5", 6'4", 6'6", all the way across. And I was like, nah, it's not gonna work.
It's not gonna work. That's what I said. The same thing. You think I'm gonna
Yeah.
You think I gotta play against Patrick with y'all, and y'all got nothing but little dude? I'm good.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know?
Yeah. The one thing that used to stick out with you was how you made shot blocking an art. Right? I seen dudes block shots. And I think of Shane Drisdom, right? Remember Shane, Big Shane?
Yeah.
Listen, you two guys, but I put you at the top of that heap because the way you block shots, you was making sure you was intimidating, but you kept the ball in play. See, a lot of guys like to punch the ball out of bounds, but then the team gets the ball back. At a young age, I would see you block guys' shot, keep the ball in play, and run the court.
Yeah.
Who taught you that? Who taught you that timing?
I learned that. I watched Bill Russell one day. He was telling a story how he would block shots and how he would just keep the ball in play. He wouldn't just block it out of bounds. So everything when I would block it, I would just try to block it and then just get it, you know, and just keep it in play. So once I saw that and I heard him talking about it, that's how I tried to just always try to master it. Just always keeping it in play. Just block it high enough where I can just get it, tap it enough where I can just get it and go right back up and grab it. You know, so that's what
which is an art. Like, it's not something that everybody can do.
No.
Because everybody want to be intimidating. Everybody want everybody to fear them. So they're punching the ball out of bounds. But at the end of the day, it's not smart because the team gets the ball back.
They get it back, and then they can get a 3-pointer out of it. So you didn't really do nothing. You know, you just set them up. You know what I mean?
That's right.
You took them out of a bad situation and gave them a better situation.
Facts.
You know? So that was my whole thing. That's what Coach Cheney used to love about me because I was like I knew the game. I kind of knew a lot about the game. Like you say, like big guys really don't know the game. They always just want to rebound, score, dunk. You know, but my thing was always trying to set up my guards. I knew Macon was a good guard, so I used to always try to concentrate on getting him the ball, getting them in the right spot. Because I will always let them drive. I said, Macon, either they're going to come to you or you just dish it off to me and I got an easy dunk. So it was just like a tandem. It was a good tandem. Like you say, if you know the game, it makes the game so much easier. You know, and then once I, like you say, block shot, it just came so natural. It was so natural. And I just wanted to always stay as one of the top ones. So I was able to do that. I was kind of like gave myself probably, you know, Alonzo was number 1, I was number 2. You know, and he got me by two. I think he averaged 4.4. I averaged 4.2.
Wow.
When we became teammates, he let me know that he blocked. He did more than me. You know, so we knew everybody. You always know people watching.
That's right. When you think people are not watching, they definitely watching.
They watching. He said, "Nah, Cos, I saw you, Causwell. I kept watching. I knew what you was doing." You know, so it was just I look back on all that time now. I wish I could go back sometimes, but it was a great time. Great time. I was blessed. You know, I was, appreciative of what God gave me the talent to do, to reach a dream. And like I say, it was the best time of life, man. Best time of life.
How was it playing with Mark Macon? My guy Pat Alphonse is in the building. He was like, damn, forgot he played with Mark Macon. You know, this is why these shows is good, just to remind people, right? Look, I did some things. You know, I played with some people.
Yeah, man. Macon was, like I say, Macon was my Michael Jordan. The stuff that he was doing, the stuff he was doing our freshman year, nobody else wasn't really doing that. Like, I mean, me and you, we saw New York guards doing it. They would shake somebody down and all that.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't pull up and hit a jumper. You know, we couldn't hit no, you know, that was they say about New York guards. We couldn't shoot, you know. But then I would see Macon, he would shake him and then he would just pull up on a dime and that joint would be butter. So I was like, okay, you the real deal. You the real deal. And then he was that type of dude, like we was roommates on the road. So he would like meditate before the game.
Wow.
Meditation. He was like a meditator. You know, I came in one time, we was playing UCLA. So we coming in from pregame meal. He already went up to the room. I walk in, he laying on the floor, his head up, his legs up against the wall, arms out. I'm thinking he done fluked out. I'm like, oh man, the freshman. But you know, he was like, just, you know, and then he was like, meditate. Came out and gave Pooh and Reggie 27 that night.
Wow.
You know, so
that's crazy.
Learned a lot. I learned preparation from him. I saw how he prepares for the game and all that, and then that's when my game started changing.
Yeah, you know, being around a great player can be infectious, right? Can be infectious because you start to pick up their habits. If you're smart, you'll pick up their ways, right, and you'll draw from them, right? True. And you may not be at the same level as them, but it'll at least take where you was up another notch.
Exactly.
Right? And that'll help you in the long run.
Exactly.
My guy Garfield Smith said, me and Cause, we used to hang hard in Miami. Me, him, and Walt Williams. That's Garfield Smith.
That's G.
Yep.
Good dude.
Yes, my guy. He was on here as well. Always on every show, man. My dude. Let me tell you, my man be riding 30 miles on his bike.
I be seeing him.
Yo, he a beast. Yo, Garfield, you a beast, fam.
Yeah.
Fact.
They closed they opened the gym back for him, so he should be good again.
Yeah. Right. So, before you got to Temple, were you invited to any basketball camps out of high school?
I went to Metro Index. Believe it or not, that was it. I went to Metro Wednesday because, you know, it was my junior year. So after my junior year, Naclario had to get me to this camp. So I went to Metro Index. It was like out in, I forgot, Chapman. Remember the guy, Olivia Chapman? I forgot his name, Chapman. I think he went to Dayton University. He was the big player at that time.
Okay.
He was at the camp, and I think we played on the main floor that night. We played on the main floor one night, and I just happened to have a great night. And that's when that's when it all started to come in, you know. 7-footed, I could run the floor, catch the ball, and everything else. And that's when.
So who were some of the schools that was recruiting you, besides Temple? And Connecticut. You definitely wasn't going to.
I wasn't going to Connecticut. It was UConn. I had Syracuse. West Virginia, Rhode Island. I had all the Atlantic 10 pretty much. They was recruiting me, and Seton Hall, because my cousin went there. He went there to Seton Hall. So Seton Hall, Syracuse, and Georgetown. But I wasn't, you know, definitely wasn't gonna go there. They got Zoe and all.
That's right. They were stacked over there.
Yeah, Sam Jefferson was coming in at the same time also. So I didn't go there. But then Temple.
What made you choose Temple?
My parents.
Smart people. They knew what they were doing.
John Chaney, that was it. They met John Chaney and that was it. You know, so that was the right choice, you know. That was the choice for me to go, and that's what I needed. You know, at that particular time, that was all I needed there. Was just get the mental toughness and the toughness now. And that was it. That's what he did.
Yo, let me tell you something. Are you noticing a pattern with your coaches?
Oh, yeah.
Because you start off, you bump into the legendary Ron Naclario.
Yeah.
He takes you down to the legendary Gil Reynolds.
Yeah.
Then places you in the hands of the legendary Naceli.
Yeah.
Right? and then John Chaney.
Yep. Then Dick
Brother,
Mata.
you blessed. You've been blessed, brother.
Yeah.
And we're not even talking about you getting to the NBA yet.
Yeah. That's where I had Dick Mata and Pat Riley. More like
See? Look at that. Yo, fam, you should just have a poster. The poster child for the legendary coaches straight from high school, AAU, and into the pros. Not too many people are blessed because a coach can make or break how a player develops.
Exactly.
And you end up with the wrong coach and the wrong system. Let's just say you go to Syracuse.
Man.
I don't think you're the same player.
No.
And I'm not here disrespecting Syracuse, but I know Syracuse, all their players come in good and they leave out the same way.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't see any real growth. If they were nice coming in, they're going to be nice going out. But you're not going to see anything else added onto their game.
Right. Right. I mean, they have some great players. Like Moten was a great player. You know, DC Coleman was a great one. So those were some like Pearl Washington. Those were the legendary. Like, those were like the legends. Those were like the greatest. Those were like they legendary players. So it's like you said, I don't think it would have been the same because LeBron was there. LeBron Ellis was there. He wasn't the same player.
Yeah, I watched this, man. I'm a basketball historian. Trust me, I watched them early on.
Yeah. And it's like you say, it's the coaches. It's the coaches, and it's the system that you get in, man. If you go to the wrong system, you ain't gonna get there. I don't know if you ever heard of a kid. We had a kid in Queens named Charlie Brown.
Have you ever heard of Charlie Brown? Nah, I never heard of him.
He went to Jackson. Should have went to Cardoza. He was nice. He was already nice. He was that good as a freshman. But he wanted to go because, you know, Jackson was the name, Boo Harvey, all the names were there. But that wasn't the right place for him.
Right.
Because Naclario going to make you go to class. We ain't hear no more from Charlie. That's why we ain't hear no more from Charlie. He was one of the great ones that come, man. He was going to be one of the good ones. He was going to be one of those good ones.
Yeah, I had Coach Haskins, Ray Haskins on here.
Okay.
The great Alexander coach from especially Long Island University coach. He said Anthony Cosell Brown, his top guard, was #2 behind Isaiah. His senior year, he transferred to Oak Hill, and you never heard from him again.
Never heard from him again.
And he was #1 behind Isaiah.
Right. So if you roaring in a system, you might want to stay with that system. You know, you don't want to leave and then go. You let that system carry you where you're going to.
Yes.
You know? Look at Mark Jackson. Everybody probably didn't think Mark would go off and have a great career like that in the league. You would think that all them other guards would have. But Mark had a system. He knew everybody knew what you was going to get out of Mark. He's a great floor general. He ain't going to play out his game. He going to get you right there. And look where he's at now, man. That's why I just say if you stay with that system, it'll work for you.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Garfield said that Pat Riley used to have you guys ice your knees after shoot around. Damn.
After shoot around. We used to go hard every day. I mean, Garfield, he knew. A practice, I was shoot around like a practice. It wasn't no walkthrough. We was running plays and we going like full. That's why we never had enough when it was time to win in the end. We was ran out until he left. You notice when he left, he learned, he came back, and Shaq told him he wasn't going to do all that running. We used to tell Zoe to tell him that, but Zoe would never go and do it. Zoe would never do it. So you see what Shaq said, I'm not doing all that running. And Ryle, they worked it out, and look, they got a championship in the end of it, you know?
Okay.
You get it all out of me now, you get it now, you get it later. I guess Shaq he wanted to get it later. You know?
I hear all the guys who play for Miami, all the guys talk about the workout, the practices, the weightlifting, and the training, and the upkeep of the body that goes on down in Miami compared to other teams in the league.
Oh, yeah. You had to keep that 10% body fat. He was checking every day. They would come in and check. You gotta check. If you didn't have that 10% body fat, you was gonna ride that bike for 30 minutes.
Wow.
Bike for 30 minutes every day until you come down to that 10%. I mean,
And take your ankles for shoot around.
only place where I ever had to go and get your ankles taped for shoot around. So like most places, like when we was in Sacramento, shoot around, you just come up with your shoes on loose. We just gonna walk through some plays, get some shots up for an hour. We out. Nah, not in Miami. We going for a whole 2 hours. Tape, going through the plays, gonna go through all your plays, run their plays. Then we gonna talk over their plays, and then we gonna get some shots up. Then we gonna do a drill. We gonna do drills. Then we leave.
Damn.
I used to say to myself, like, how am I gonna go to sleep now? There's no way I'm going to sleep. I'm ready to play now.
Wow.
No
How long? Well, we gonna get to the NBA because I definitely have some questions about that. How was your time at Temple?
It was good.
Besides the basketball.
Temple, it was good, man. I only stayed like 3 years, 3.5 years. So, like my senior year, I didn't even play my whole senior year. It was only one part because I was going from a business school to sports management. So when I was transferring, I didn't know at the time that when you transfer in, so I had a 2.5, but you had to have a 2.8. So when I tried to transfer in, I didn't know all about you.
Right.
All that stuff. So I couldn't get in. So when this lady, I guess she had it in for ball players. That's why I try to tell people, some professors and everybody, they do have it in. She would not let me go back into my school that I left. So by her not letting me get back into the school of the business, I couldn't get back in. So at that point, I left school. But that was the only bitter part that I had about Temple. They was mad, because we was all prop 48s, and we was getting ahead.
Right.
I was on point to graduation and like that. And they also thought, because the players, after your senior year, once the second part of the season, you really just focus on basketball. You didn't really focus on classes. So they was trying to just really stop that. I always say they did try to stop that. They was trying to hurt me. And they trying to make Coach Chaney look bad because he fought for all the prop 48s and stuff like that. So that was my only down point because I really felt that I let him down. And I let my parents down when that happened. So, but, I left. I went to the community college. As soon as they kicked me out, I went to community college, still finished and everything. So they couldn't say nothing. I went right to the community. And the newspapers there, everybody in my face. But I just went on and handled it, And then I just and graduated and just went on to the next part of life, which was Sacramento. That's why I would say it was a blessing because when I left Temple, there was stuff that I needed to play. A lot of people thought I was still a project. They didn't think that I was ready for the pros yet. He'd probably be a second-round free agent maybe. But then when I got kicked out, I started going Jack McKinney. Jack McKinney took me in. My agent got me. I signed an agent. He got me working with Jack McKinney. And Jack McKinney was the one that got me ready for the game. It was totally different the way he had me playing. So when I went to the Orlando Magic, for the seniors, for the All-Star, man, all those guys that was having me, Tom Grice, Wayne Spencer, Felton Smith, I ran around them. It wasn't like they wasn't even the stuff that he was teaching me. They couldn't even stop me. I think I had like 28 the first night. Then 16 the next night. Then it was 15 the third. So all 3 games at the Orlando, I just kicked their tails, really. And then I had to go to Portsmouth. I went to Portsmouth first, and I had to play at Portsmouth. They already had my invitation to go to Atlanta, but that's when they started taking your invitation back if you didn't play well. So I went to Portsmouth, had 3 good games, And then that's when I flew right out from Portsmouth right down to Orlando. And that's how.
All right, because right now it seems like you're coming into your own, right? You're building your confidence up. You're not taking any shorts, and you want to prove the naysayers wrong.
Right.
Correct? So during this time down at your NBA camps and your travels, who else did you bust to let you know you was ready?
Tom Grice ate him. You know, I just ate him up at the time. He was above me. They had all these guys above me that I didn't even know who they was. Les Jepson, from Iowa, guys from the Big Ten. So they was all there, and I just went right through them. I met some of them in Portsmouth, bust their tails there. Then I went to Orlando and ate them up even more. I think when we went to Orlando, it was me, Boo Harv. Boo Harv would tell you, it was me, Boo Harv. I had the right point guard at the right time. Because you know what Boo was going to do. He was going to go around them.
That's right.
On dish.
And make you look good. That's right.
There you go. So I had him with me. He was my point guard. I think Tate George was our other guard. And, you know, they was just guards that when they going to go around the guy, they going to dish. So I had the right guards with me. And that was it. That was the first time I played with Boo since I left Jackson. You know, we was up in the room, we was just hanging out. I think we was roommates. Because Dave Butler was there also. It was me, Dave Butler, Boo Harvey. We was all hanging out there at that time. And I got to give it to Boo. He made me look good that week. I mean, we were just balling. We were just balling. You know? Yo,
I'm trying to get in contact with Boo. I need someone, a lifeline to Boo Harvey. He was on my team at Empire State Games.
You gotta get Trevor. You don't have Trevor? I'll tell Trevor.
I bet. My man Pat Alpar said Tom Grice was trash. No disrespect.
But remember, they gave him all the hype like he was gonna be the man. So,
yeah, look. And you gotta show people that when they start putting these guys on those posters and say he the man, that's the guy you want to say, you know what? I'm busting his ass tonight.
Exactly. And that's how you got it. And that's how it was. That's how exactly what I remember playing against Duane Causwell. I was just doing him that night. That's the night I had Boo. Boo gave, I think I had like 28 points. Boo, Duane Causwell, and we was running up. I think I got fouled. We was sitting at the front. He's like, man, you still running? I said, I'm going to run you all night, big fella.
That's dope. Look, Queens get the money. Queens get the money. Respect. That's right. That's real.
Yeah. So
who was your toughest competition? Who was your toughest competition in college? Like in Atlantic 10, like the guys you face all the time. Who was some of your toughest competition?
Oh, man. Kenny Green from Rhode Island was tough. Believe it or not, George Washington had this 7-footer. I don't know where he went to. His name was Voigt. I had 1 year with him, but he was tough. He was a tough
wow.
player. He was really. He went to George Washington, tall white kid, but he was. I had to play every night to play against him. I had to play against him. You know,
right?
Really go at him. Let me see who else. I mean, Rutgers had a few guys. You had Mark Peterson. He was Mark. You know, Mark was big guy. You know, 300 pound, want to bang with me and keep pushing me all the time. We had some good battles, but pretty much those were the ones that really stood out. Kenny Green was really a tough player.
Okay,
really
his name definitely ring bells.
Yeah, he was a tough one to play down low. You know, Tim Perry and Rodney Blake, all those guys was there. You know, while I was there also, but during my tenure, Kenny Green was like one of the toughest ones there. Eric Leslie was his teammate.
Where did Eric Leslie play?
He played with the Rhode Island Rams. We used to have some battles.
Yo, hold on. I never knew that. I thought Eric Leslie was going to Villanova, and then when I didn't see him on the team, I forgot about him. I didn't know he went to.
Yeah, he went to Villanova, then he transferred.
Oh, see that's Okay.
Yeah.
We try to look.
You know,
everyone
good games,
everyone was asking about Ice. Everyone's like, Ice is disciplined off the planet.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So how did he end up doing in Rhode Island?
He did pretty well, but you know, him and Macon, they had some battles. But you know, that was Macon, shake and bake. You know how we got guards. We wasn't playing no defense in the city. Them guys wasn't playing. Them guys wasn't playing no D.
Right.
So he would go. You know, Eric was. I'll let you shoot and score, but as long as I get the ball back to get my opportunity.
That's right.
Him and Garrett, they was a good. We had Carter Screen Owens. Remember Carter Screen Owens?
Yeah, Carlos. Yeah. Carter Screen. Yeah, definitely. Listen, he was my point guard at Lincoln.
There you go.
I was a freshman. He was a senior.
Okay. So he was there with us when we was #1 in the country. Him and Howie used to go at it. Him and Howie and Macon, it used to be some good. Garrett was his backcourt partner.
Well, they said they promised him the 2 spot. Doug West started getting busy, so they sat Ice. Y'all didn't even know that, Pat. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. I don't even know. I think I saw a write-up on Ice somewhere. I think he's back at home. I saw a write-up somewhere on him.
Well, I'm definitely going to look up for it now since you mentioned it. Yeah, see if it's where we get in contact with him.
Yeah. You had some players that came through, man. Like I said, you had some players that came through. Like you said, it's the system. If you stayed in the right system, you was good. You know.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
You know, look at our boy from Christ the King, Khalid Reeves.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Another good one. You know, so I tell everybody, you know, Queen. I know you from Brooklyn, but you know, Queens, we had all the ballers. I keep telling everybody, we had all the ballers. I had some great ones. But
according to Tom Kinchowski, the best ball players come from Brooklyn. According to Tom Kinchowski.
Now we give you that, but we all came from somewhere. We either came from Bronx, we came from Brooklyn, but we ended up in Queens. So that's just how it is.
Yo, you hear this guy, Pat? Wow. So, how important, you know, we talk about how important John Chaney was in your life, right? Being the right man for you at the right time in your life.
Correct.
Had some great ball players that come out of Temple.
Right.
What is one thing about John Chaney that sticks out to most of you?
Man, the one thing that really sticks out is how he didn't go for the mistreatment of his players. Like I told you with the Prop 48, he wasn't gonna go at his players. You know what I mean? You're gonna come at him, but you're not gonna go at his players. And he was like, you know, dudes from the hood, you know, they straight up. You gotta shoot the people in the hood straight up. Don't run no game on me, tell me what's up, and that's what it is. Because that's how Coach was. Don't give him no lie. Don't try to run no game on him. Just let him know what it is, because if not, that's when you'll see that bad part of him come out. You know, he was just a honest guy. He was about education. He was about he would always tell me, you know, he was like, you know, because I was like a kid that joked around. But one day he said, Duane, I know you joked around, but sometimes you're already 7 foot. You don't have to be noticed. You already noticed. I never really got that what he was saying. He just said that to me one day. He said, you're going to understand what I meant by that. And I got it. I'm 7 feet. I already draw everybody's attention. I don't got to make no jokes. I don't got to do nothing. You know, when I walk in a place, everybody got their eye right on me. So I never got it until I told him I got it. He said, I knew he was going to get it. I really got what he said. So ever since then, I just changed my demeanor. I don't do you know how we were from New York. You know how we loud we are. I just changed all that. How I lost my accent was I came into his office and I was just talking. He stopped. He said, Duane, whoa, you can't talk like that. That's what I'm talking about. So I'm thinking, are you trying to change? You cannot talk like that. You're going to be on TV. They're going to say you sound illiterate. He made me drop. I had some old bull class. He made me drop that class and take up a speech class. And that's how I lost my accent and all that with New York. Everybody said, you don't, I can just hear it a little bit. I said, because Coach made me go to a fucking speech class to talk proper so I could learn how to talk proper.
Wow.
So that's just the type of guy he was. That's just how he was. He didn't want to see you get embarrassed. He wanted everybody to look at you in a certain light. You know, he said, you already got an opportunity. People don't think that you got this scholarship. So he was right. He was right. You know, in so many things he was right. And you can't run game on him. Calipari found that out. You can't
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know?
Oh yeah, the game runner.
Don't play with the kids. Don't play with the kids. Don't play like you really care for, especially us. You know what I mean? He's really about us. You know, so don't play that game with him like that, because he would go off and he would call you out, and that's what he did to Calipari that day. Everybody was asking me, how do you feel about Coach? Like, I don't feel nothing about him. I just know who he is. I just know who Coach is and what he's about, you know? So I tell you, man, he has a full impact on all of us. We all still get together. You know, he calls us and everything right now. So he's still that father figure over.
Yeah, and those 5 a.m. practices too.
5 a.m. Don't be late.
Yo, listen, I had dinner with my coach last year, my college coach. And we was all together maybe about 3.5 hours. And at the end, before I left, you know, I just kind of said to my coach, I was like, wow. And in these 2.5 hours, I got to know you more than the 4 years I spent with you in college.
Correct. And see, that's kind of bad.
That's real bad.
Because, see, the one thing that Coach, when he came in, he told my mom them, like when he came in, he said, once I have him, you don't have to worry about him no more. She told them, don't send him no money. We'll have his food program. You don't got to worry about no money. You don't have to worry about, you don't need no cars, no nothing. Coach was like, look, you want to go to Center City, you can take the subway. You don't need no cars. You don't need nothing to distract you. You know what I mean? Everything was like family. So, you know, I'm right here in Philly. New York is 2 hours away. I can go home for the Christmas holiday. Nah, you can't go home. It ain't fair. Naked can't go home, so you can't go home. You know, we're going to eat together as a team. We're a family. That's what we eat. And that's how we did it for the 4 years we was there. We did everything that we did together for 4 years. Then in the summertime, I would take them guys home with me. You know, then we just all visit each other places like that. But that's how he was, man. We couldn't go. We all had to just stay there. It was like family, and that was it. That's why I tell everybody, like all these coaches, yeah, these coaches, they gonna pay you, but you gonna miss home. You ain't gonna. I tell everybody, look at that Blue Chips movie. If you saw Anthony Holloway, that's a lot of players right there.
Yes.
That's him right there. That's a lot of players. They could do all this stuff at high school, but then you come in, they got no. They try to change the game up and everything else.
Yeah.
You ready to go home? You know?
Yeah, look, it's crazy because they like you when they see you, and then when you get on their team, they want to switch you until how they think you should play, which is crazy.
Correct.
Yeah, I definitely went through that.
You know, so it's crazy now. But like I say, like remember how you asked me when those camps that I went to? That's what we're missing right now. You know, you went to that camp.
And it was important because you got invited to those places.
There you go. So you know what now? But I think the AAUs is messing up everything. The AAUs is messing it all up because you don't have that time to go work on your game now. We can't do all the stuff. No. You know,
to me, I think they're setting the kids up because you put all this money into these programs. And I tell people, watch television. Nike don't really shoot any commercials. Their commercials are the inner city basketball tournaments. Now here in New York, Nike run the best tournaments in New York, right?
Right.
Now, all their tournaments, they play pro rules, one-on-one isolation basketball.
Correct.
They are destroying New York City basketball purposely, but also glamorizing it, making it nice and shiny, and pouring money into it, and everybody think it's great. Our ball players are not turning out great because now you're going back to high school and back to college, or to college, and everybody's playing zone. Now you got to be able to shoot. Now you got a lot of help.
Hey, and now what you saying, the reason why they brought that zone in, that's to help the Europeans. That's to help the Europeans. You couldn't stop Allen Iverson with no one-on-one. You had to put it. That's why they got a zone in. They did that because he was going around them. He was making it look crowded. Everybody realized it. I'm like, don't you realize they did that to make the game worldwide? You put the zone in, they play coming over here. Now you got them playing over there looking at our game. Bring
the phone down, D. Bring the phone down so they can see you. Because you dropping some shit right now. You definitely dropping some jewels right now. Explain again what you were saying.
So now you put a zone in. The zone was to stop AI.
Wow.
I don't know. So the deal was, let's put the zone in. Because I'm going to tell you, all those guys, we had, what's his name? Stojakovic with us in Sacramento. He used to come to camp, but Mitch sent him back every year. You know, with that play that we did, the play that how we played ball back then, they couldn't make it. They couldn't.
Wow.
They couldn't even stay over here. Now the ones that did, you had some like Sarunas, Marshallonis, the Shrimp. You had some of the great ones some of the Europeans that was nice, but a lot of them at the training camp, they was back over waters. They was back over waters. Our great Commissioner Stern, he knew this. We got to change it up. We want this league to grow because it's going to be a world league in a minute. It's not going to be it's going to be the world league in a minute. You see how they
I believe so. I believe so. And they slowing down. They're slowing down the basketball game. They're getting more 3-pointers, right? Dudes ain't even shooting threes no more. They're getting rid of the big man, right? So they done got rid of the big man.
No more
defense. No more defense.
And remember,
that's how you destroy. But that's how you destroy sport. I believe. So I use the Rucker, the EBC, as the example. The Rucker was a great underground basketball tournament. But what happened was the NBA got involved. Then the NBA put it on NBA TV.
Yep.
Within 2 years,
you know what?
Within 2 years, 1 and 2 years, they were gone.
You know how they got involved? It was your boy. It was Alamo and Rafer. They was seeing what Rafer and Alamo was doing with them N1 tapes. How everybody was on them and how they was buying to it. They saw it was all Rucker basketball. See what? I don't know if you remember. Did you hear when Kyrie Irving said, "Let's make our own league"?
Recently.
They don't want that to happen.
They got mad at him.
They got mad. They got mad at him. They got mad at him for that. I remember.
They was all into that N1. Remember how they stopped that N1 and all that because they was coming up with another league. You coming up with another league on the league, and the league don't like that. So you had Rafer. Just think if Rafer didn't make it to the league. Rafer had a following already on him. He had a following, and just think the social media was back then. The N1 league would have been your league now. It would have been now what high school had. You know? So and
they kept him long enough and got rid of him just as fast.
You know the game.
Wow.
They got them sneakers. They got Marbury and him that promote them N1 sneakers, and they got him out of there.
Got Marbury out of here too.
Hey, it ain't checkers.
Yo, oh shit.
That's crazy.
Yo, hold on, B.
It ain't checkers, man.
Yo, and it's so crazy. I always believe this shit. Because I'm a conspiracy theorist like Dave Chappelle. I'm a conspiracy theorist to the umpteen power. That shit you said right there makes a lot. Oh, everything everything that you say making a lot of sense to me now.
Yeah.
Put it, because we didn't have zones in the NBA. There was no such thing as zone. And then they flipped it. And then they brought the one-on-one game to New York City. That shit's not in California. That shit's not in Detroit. That shit's not Chicago.
Nope. Everything was in
listen, another thing.
City, so you could have gambled on it. Remember, it was at Atlantic City, so you could have gambled on it. But they had the top players. Remember, Lionel Simmons was in it, him and Bo Kimball. And you could have bet on which one was going to win that game at that casino.
That one-on-one game that they played.
There you go. There you go. So it was like, it's all business. It's all business, man, with the basketball. Why do you think they're trying to get them to play right now? If I'm the players, I'm not playing it. We might as well wait till October 15th. We might as well wait till November. That's in the new season now anyway. We might as well. Why we going to play now? What we going to play? What we going to get out?
A distraction. They're using the guy for a distraction.
No.
And that's why Kyrie and them noticed.
Get that money. Yep. And they got to get the money from ESPN. ESPN got to get their money from the league. You got to pay me something. You got to pay me something.
Yo, D, let's come back for one more. Let's come back for one more session.
ESPN, boy.
Yo, D, we about to come back for one more session.
I don't think they need an NCAAs. I'm with the other players. Right now, I tell all players, right now, the way the world is, I'll go HBCU right now. Forget the NCAA.
I was just having this conversation the other day with Jamal Robinson. And the reason why I'm giving you a round of applause, because you're hitting a lot of things on the head right now. Mikey Williams came out, one of the number one players in the country, say he's considering the HBCU.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got Khalil Brantley, who posted that HBCU is interested. And he would give him a thought. Jamal Robinson said, after the hype dies down, G, those kids gonna go right back into those schools.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I say this. Before they was letting African Americans and black people into the schools, right?
Yep.
All the top basketball players came from HBCU.
We came from the HBCU. And just like you said, they don't want us in their establishments. They trying to stop us from getting in with these tests and all that. So guess what? You don't have to do all that to get into an HBCU. I guarantee you they'll stop doing that once we start going down there. Because they're going to come. ESPN is coming. They're coming right where
the money going to come. They're going to follow wherever the ball players are.
Wherever the top ball players, that's where they're going. So this is where right now, that's why Kyrie said that. Right now, we got them at the fingertip. You don't need your school. Y'all been stealing our money. You don't want to pay us. You get money off my jersey. You getting money off my name, off my back. You gave me a scholarship, but guess what? I done paid that full, well in full. My program is carrying other programs for your program. You know, so it's nothing that you can generate for giving us our money. Give us our money for our jerseys for. If that was the case, sell everybody's jersey then. Make it like that then. If that was the case, if you can sell everybody else's jersey, go ahead and put that lacrosse jersey up there. Go ahead and put that baseball jersey, and let's see what you're gonna get for it. No, but I bet you put a Mark Macon jersey up there, you're gonna get it. You're gonna get a number 12. You're gonna get top dollar for a number 12 jersey. Why he can't get that? That's his name. Your last name not Macon. Your name is on the front. Temple's on the front. Macon's on the back. Let's split it right down the back. Split it right down the middle. So the next thing, that's why I love LeBron. Everybody going against the king, but I love LeBron. I can see LeBron telling his son to do that. I can see LeBron telling his son to go to an HBCU. We're going to go 1 year, we out. You know, you go right to these. See all those guys that got 1 year? Why not go there 1 year and just be out? That's it.
Yeah, I never understood when you got the power to go wherever you want to go, right? When you got the power to go wherever you want to go, a lot of these dudes, Duke, Kentucky, North Carolina, they just really sit back. They're like, the slaves, they're going to come back to us. They're going to come.
Exactly.
And they don't really got to work.
That's why we get treated like we do.
Listen.
We keep coming back.
Mike Krzyzewski is the only college coach that doesn't have to share his revenue with the university. That from Nike. The Nike, the revenue you get from Nike, they give it to all the other schools, but they give it right directly to Mike Krzyzewski.
See?
I remember Mike Krzyzewski's first player was Johnny Dawkins from Maryland, from the DC area. Once he had Johnny Dawkins and a few other players, there was, you know, I go back, you know, North Carolina, they had the guy from New York, Charlie Scott.
Yeah.
He was the first black player to go to North Carolina. But then after that, North Carolina was on the map.
See? So, I mean, we make our mark, man. It was like you said, it's only if they don't like you, they're not gonna abuse you. They'll try to stop you. They always try to stop you. You know what I mean? It is what it is. So, like I tell players, it's a business. That's why I love LeBron. I don't care what they say about LeBron. LeBron, he used them. They hate that. They hate the league. No, I'm gonna go here. Even though we all wouldn't do what he did, I'm gonna go right here. I'm gonna win this championship, and then I'm gonna go over here for a year. And he just did. Cause look what Mike did. In the end, Mike didn't get his money until his last year in the league. And Mike led the league in scoring and all that. They would not pay him his money.
Yeah.
We just saw the movie. We just saw it. They would not pay him his money. Everybody, look at LeBron does this. At least he getting his money. He getting his worth.
And that's why Jordan told Pippen, chill out. I'm not getting paid. You see me getting paid now, but I ain't get paid my first 8 years either.
Yep.
And they make sure it's like that. Look, just for me, I think LeBron, after they won in Cleveland, and he brought it back to he went to Miami, then he went to Cleveland. When they won that championship, when Cleveland won that championship on June 19th, the birthday of King James from the Bible, from England. They win that. Obama sends a text message or tweet out, says, congratulations to to King James and the Cavaliers. What people don't realize is King James was part of a secret society called the Cavaliers. Now, I remember being in high school and playing with Ron Naclario and Hirsch.
Yeah, Hirsch. The
guy that used to sponsor their team was Richie the Fixer. Remember him?
From Vegas.
Remember Fix?
Yeah. He was the one that introduced us to the guys that played that got caught up, that got trouble in that Vegas thing. Yeah.
Yo, he used to fix college basketball game back in the 70s.
Yeah. Yeah.
So of course we didn't know this when we was in high school. I found out once I went to Maine Central and saw an expose at halftime of a Syracuse UNLV game. But this is not to shade the dirt in his name because he never did anything wrong with me and the players I was around. What I'm saying is he used to tell us that the games are rigged at the highest levels, not the regular intermediate games. He said, this is why you see the same referees. This is why you said, and each went out one end out the other because we were young and we didn't get it.
You never thought of it, but then you look now, the guy that came out with the book and all that, you see. But you know what? This is how I always say it. I'm not trying to say it, there's no cheating at the league or nothing. But one time, so I'm playing ball. The referee, I was going up. Remember how Karl Malone used to swipe down on your arm?
Yeah, yes.
He clearly came across my forearm. He usually hit the ball, but this time he came clearly across my forearm. I look at the ref. I say, ref, you got to call it. That's a foul. He looks at me. He said, that's Karl Malone. He's a vet. You're a rook. You think I'm going to call that against a vet? I'm like, yeah, if not, you cheating. He gave me a tech.
Wow.
He gave me a tech because I said he was cheating. But I'm like, if Karl Malone fouls me, you have to call him.
No special treatment. Right.
Vet, rookie, whatever, make the call, man. And that's why everybody, and that's why you say everybody got, you know, they get the suspiciousness, you know, the theories. That's where it comes from. Then that guy came out with his book, you know, how he fixed the games and all that. So that's where it comes from, you know.
Wow. That's crazy, dude.
I can tell you a lot of stuff about the league, but then they might come and kill me.
Nah, bro. What you can do is DM me your number. You know what I mean? So we can be in communications. Cause I definitely want to talk to you some more, bro. And just pick your brain about some things, some more offline.
Okay.
Right? This is where you ain't got to be exposed to yourself. But I got like 2 or 3 more questions, and I'm gonna let you go. Right?
All good.
You retired. Did you retire a few years before Miami won the championship?
I retired in 2003. I think
they won it in 2000.
Won it that year. Yeah, the Spurs won it that year, I believe. And then Miami, that's when Shaq came to Miami, I already had retired like a year already.
Okay, cool. I used to always tell people, because I knew you was on Miami, I just had a feeling you was on that championship team. But when I started to read more, you know, after we started getting closer to the interview, I saw that that you retired a few years before.
I was Zoe's backup, then Zoe became Shaq's backup.
Yes, yes. And then he finally won one.
He won one. He could have won one, though, if he would have went and told Riles he's up on the practices. But Zoe had God for tell you, Zoe had this mentality. We used to call him Debo, because he was always by himself. Look at me, you know how Zoe is.
Right.
Zoe, man, tell this man, you know, ease up. Zoe would get surgery. He would have surgery, man, and he would come. You know how they tell you 4 to 6 weeks?
Right.
That man was back in 6 weeks. I'm like, man, I'm not back in those 6 weeks. I just had surgery on my knee.
Right.
He would be there, and he'll be he like, yo, let's just go ahead and get this done, D. Cons, come on, I'm like, Zoe. But he would never back down from Riles. The more Riles gave him, the more he would do. I mean, practice for me against him, it was a game every day, man. Zoe never took the play off. If we was practicing a play, if I knew what the play was, I just supposed to let him get it. He coming at me 100 miles per hour. It was like a game every day. It was a game every day in practice in Miami, man. It wasn't no practice. It was like a game. That's why we ain't had nothing in the end, because we just give it all to Riles right there, because you had to. If not, you're going to get some 17s. You're going to be there all day. He's going to try to run us to death. So we had to go hard. But then you know, everybody was like, all right, Riles is killing y'all. Riles is killing y'all. But then I think one time we had just got our butts whipped. I think he knew he finally, you know, we was like first in the conference. But right when we thought, here we go, he's taking us to, I forgot where we was headed to. But we did a youth, we woke up, like the plane descending, so we waking up, we look out, we all going to Vegas. He got us all rooms in the Caesar. We all got our own suite in the Caesar. And he just gave us the whole week. So instead of us getting our day off at home, he gave us our day off in Vegas. So that was like the type of stuff he would do. So you couldn't argue with the man. We had the best vet. We had the best plane. We had some lazy boy chairs. So after the game, you riding, you got first class. The steward is coming, bringing you your plate. You couldn't argue with the man. So like, when's practices? What time is practice tomorrow? You know?
Yeah, Miami Heat. The way they take care of their players is definitely legendary. Definitely legendary. But you got to put in the work to earn it.
There you go. And then I think he learned the year that he took off after he let Stan. I think he looked back and he learned. Okay, let me take a look. Because we used to always tell him. Tim Hardaway used to always tell him, Riles, the guy think you being too hard on us, you doing this, you doing that. He would literally curse us out. He would literally, Riles would literally curse us out. And that's what I like. That's another thing I respect about him. The same thing he would curse me out about, he would curse Joe out about. He would curse Tim out about. He ain't, superstars it wasn't no superstar. No, everybody was uno, like mano a mano. You know, you was responsible for what you're supposed to do on the team, and he held you right there to it. He held you to the point. If you didn't, he called you out. I remember Todd Day, poor Todd Day. We was coming with the game, and somebody came over to the bench, said, Todd, man, why Riles took me out? He said, I don't know why he took you out. You was balling, dog. So you know how when you're a guy, when you come on to the bench, guys like, man,
You asking the guy what happened?
Doing work or whatever.
That's crazy.
The next day, evidently, we had a team. I ain't gonna tell you who his name. We had a snitch on the team. So if you said something, he heard it. And they went against Riles. Man, Riles was gonna find out. So the next day, he had us all against the wall. He told Ty he had his blue car. Riles was
Yo, the phone's still shaking, D. The phone's shaking. It's making me dizzy. The phone, yeah.
He said, Todd, you have a problem with me? Todd looking around all great. Nah, Riles, I don't have a problem with you. We'll be all good. No. You have a problem with me. So it was like he was trying to get him to argue with him, but Todd wouldn't take. He was like, Riles, I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem. So Riles was like, no, the players are telling me when they come over to the bench, you got a problem with who I saw. Riles, that's not me. They coming to
Wow.
me. So before he could try to like plead his case, Riles was like, give me my shirt, give me my shorts, just go. That was it. Never heard of Todd Day no more in the league.
Wow.
That's how much.
Do they have a snitch on every NBA team?
Oh yeah. You know how our peoples do. I hate to say it. You know how we do. You know, he knew Todd was a better player and everything. If he was friends with you, he'll know who I'm talking about. But he snitched, man. He would snitch on us. He would snitch on us all, man. We would we would get around in a circle, like before practice, all of us would be in a circle. So Riles would walk around, he would be talking to some of us. So like we had a joke. It was me, PJ, Jamal Mashburn, and Vogt. We all played the role. Look, when Riles come to us, we ain't talking. We're gonna play the players, we're gonna show the players how you supposed to be around them. So Riles always like PJ. Every time he went to PJ, we were all like, ting, 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 ting. Like, we're like, PJ, you stirring up that tea over. And Riles knew. That's the thing about with Riles. Riles knew when we had jokes and stuff that we was telling. He knew what he was doing. He knew that we all knew about his snitches. Because this man would show up on places where we would be, where he would just come and just be pointing at. We on South Beach. We having some drinks. It was a hard day, so we just having a couple of cool drinks on the beach. He come pointing right at us. And we was like, damn, he gonna kill us tomorrow. So we just knew. That's just how he was. But he, like I say, though, you respected him because Riles knew the game. We wanted to win. I tell you what, his pregame speeches, you'll run through a wall, man. You thought you could beat the world after he finished telling you what our game plan was, his pregame, what we're going to do, how we going to do it. It's like he was ready to go. He just had you ready to play every time, So I had some good, like you said, I had some great coaches, man. I had some real
he
great
definitely
coaches.
did, man. He definitely did, man. And they got you sharp, man. And look, I know you probably shocked a lot of people early on when they kind of met you early on. It was like, oh shit, D in the league. And they probably had a bigger name than you. They probably was all city, all American, and they asked never put on an NBA uniform.
Yeah.
So I just want to say salute to you, brother. It was a pleasure seeing you start early on up at 309 Park with Coach Gil Reynolds and end up in the NBA through all your trials and tribulations. You made New York City look good, brother.
I appreciate it. Man. Appreciate it. Like I say, man, salute to you guys. I'm humbly appreciative. I love playing against all you guys, like coming up, all the guys that I played against, even some of y'all was way better than me. You know, I know someone be saying like, yo, I used to kill D, but hey, it was just, like I said, man, that year with Naclario, when I tell you Naclario would have me out my bed at 9 o'clock and we would stay in the park till like 1, we did a 7-day summer. That's why I always tell everybody, man, I did it in 1 year. So if I could do it in 1 year, just think if you just dedicate yourself for 4 years, what you can do. You know, so
wow.
It was a real dream. I was humbly blessed, man, to accomplish what I was able to accomplish.
Man, so you have any last words? Oh, before we leave out of here, but we discussed that. Who you going to nominate to be on the show? Because right when we get off the show, I always ask someone, who do you want to nominate to be on the show? You say you're going to try to reach out to get Boo Harvey. That's good enough for me. If you got anybody else, I'm open. Just let me know. New York City based guy.
Was Moses on here?
Moses Curry?
Moses Curry.
Moses Curry?
Yeah.
We know we try to get in contact with Moses. Trust me, people have been in my comments wanting Moses.
Okay. I'll tell him to reach out to you. I'll leave you
I appreciate that.
Just leave me my info. Leave me your info in my inbox, and I'll inbox you mine.
I'm gonna do that.
All right.
All right.
Okay. Good
My brother, thank you.
Thanks for having me on, man. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Salute. All right.